Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, I just want to show you how you can write an app in a very reactive manner using the Combine framework. So I think in this short tutorial, I just want to show you how you can build out a BMI calculator. All right, I know there are many online. There's probably many tutorials on YouTube about that. But I just want to show you how you can build this out in a very reactive way. Again, using the Combine framework. So let me first start by creating a new Xcode project. All right, guys. So yeah, feel free to code along with me if you think you'd like to learn more about how you can write things more reactively. So I'm just going to create a single view application. And for the product name, let's call this a BMI calculator. All right, you can call it whatever you want, BMI. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with Swift, and the user interface, I'm going to use the storyboard. All right, so I'm gonna click on the next button, and I will just save this on my desktop. So you notice I've already created one already. So this was just for me to test this out before I do this tutorial. So it seems to be working fine. So let's get started by creating some UI. So this UI is going to be really simple. So let's first start by having a vertical stack view. So I'm going to create a vertical stack view over here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so I just want to create some constraints. So let's have 36 on each side. Okay. And then I think that's pretty much it. Okay, I don't need the top and the bottom. And I will position this horizontally and vertically in the container. So add two constraints. So yep, you see the red lines now and it's complaining, but don't worry, we'll be adding some components into this. So let's start by having a label. So let's push in a label. And we want to have two text views, all right? So let's just drag these two things inside. Oops, I want the label to be on top. And then let's have another text view. Let's have it at the bottom. And for this stack view, I'm going to add just 16 to the spacing. And I want the text views to be of height, 56. So that's big and nice. And for the label, I want it to be 56 as well. All right, because this is going to be a very simple view. And let me just set the font. I'm going to choose custom, and I'm going to select my favorite font, which is Avenir Nix. And maybe I'll just have it as 24. Okay. And for the text view as well, I'm going to select both. And I'm also going to change the font size to, I'm going to change the font to not Avenir, but Avenir Next. And then let's have it as 24 as well. Okay, so for the first text view, let's have it, let's give a placeholder. So this will be height. Oh, sorry, let's have this weight first. Height, all right, guys, height in meters. All right, let's have it like that. Is that how you spell meters? It really depends whether you're in the US or in the UK. Let's do it this way. And then let's have weight in kilograms. All right, weight in kgs. And I want this, so as you see, this text view is aligned vertically, but I want it to be slightly above because I foresee that the keyboard will be showing up. So what I can do is to click on the stack view over here. And then under this vertical constraint, for the multiplier, maybe I will do 0.5, all right? So I'll be somewhere at the top over here. Okay, so this is good because depending on your different screen sizes, this is dynamic. All right, guys, so let's connect the outlets. So I have my view controller over here. I'm gonna hold on to the alternate button and click on this view controller, so it shows up a panel on the right. So let's just connect the outlets first. So maybe height text view, and let's have the weight text view as well. Weight text view. All right, so first thing we want to do is let's import Combine. All right, so Combine is a really powerful framework, and I really like using this. However, this is only available on iOS 13. So if you're working on a major production app that requires you to cater for the older versions of iOS like 10 or 11, then it's unfortunate that you can't use combine as of yet. But soon we can do that. All right. So the first thing we want to do is to observe the text fields. So what do I mean is that, when the user, okay, maybe let me just show this on the simulator first. So when a user clicks on the text field, I want it to be able to print out something on the console. All right. And the old method of doing this is to listen to this in the value change, how do I call that? Maybe let me show it to you. So the way of doing it is this way: text field dot add target. I think we do it something like that. Selector, and then I think it's value change. I believe this was how we used to do it. Oops, we do Objective-C private func text field value changed, and then we do something like a sender UI text field. And then we do something like text field value changed. All right. So we'll do something like print sender.text. All right. So let me just run this and show you that this should work. I hope. All right. So where are we? The height, right? So I'm gonna focus on the height and I'm gonna type something. Okay. It looks like nothing is happening. Is something happening? Nothing is happening. Why is that so? Is it value change or editing? I think it's something to do with editing, maybe. Editing change. Okay, I think this is the event type. Let's have a look. All right, guys. So this is editing change. All right, so the old way of doing things is to do something like that. And then, previously what I would have done before the Combine framework was out is to do something like a height of type double, and then maybe like a did set. All right, so self.height equals to sender.text, and then probably you wrap this in some kind of double, something like that. All right, really nasty code over here. Please don't do this, okay? If you do this, you'll be fired from your job the next day. All right, please don't do this. Alright guys, so I'm not going to do it this way because this is the old way of doing things, and I want to remove this one as well, okay? So what we want to do is to use something called the notification center to listen to the events. So maybe let's create the private, let's create a notification center. Notification center equals to notification center.default. Alright. So what we can do is that let's create a function here called observe text fields with an S, because we are observing both text fields, okay? So we are going to observe the both text fields over here, and the code will be notification center.publisher okay, so we need to put in a notification name, so it will be UI text field dot let me see what's that, text field did change notification, okay? And for the object, it has to be one of these text fields over here. So let me just put in the height text field over here, and let's do dot sync. All right guys, so if you have used RX Swift before, then this could be quite familiar. Okay, but I started RX Swift pretty late, so yeah, so this was pretty new to me as well, the whole reactive way of programming, and it took me a while to really understand this. All right, so we're gonna do let text field equals to $0, which is the first result, which is the closure dot object. Okay, so this is actually the notification. Okay, let me show you to you what I mean by that. If let something equals to $0, let me just comment this out, and if we do a alternate click on this is actually the notification publisher dot output. All right, I think it's a notification. So basically you can do something like this, dot object, okay, as UI text field else return. Okay, so let's see what this does first. Okay, text field dot text. Okay, let's assign this, And maybe let's print this out as well. Okay, so guys, this will not work because this is a publisher. So if I do an alternate click, you realize that this returns a publisher. So I need to have some kind of subscriber over here. So I have to do store. Okay, and I can store in different types over here, but I'm familiar with the set, so I'm going to use this one. So let's do private let subscribers equals to a set of oops, not this way, set of any cancelable, and I'm going to initialize it, so I can just pass this in over here. Okay guys, so just get rid of the empty space and let's just run the simulator. All right, it's making noise. Why is that so? Oh, var. Okay, let's do it this way. All right guys, so I believe this will work to hide. So if I type in something, you notice that it's printing on the console. Okay, so you notice that this is meters, height in meters. So you know, it could be 1.5, it could be 2.0, it could be 3.0 if you're a giant. All right, 3 meters tall. So what we want to do is that we only want to print this if this is a double, and we don't want to print this if this is a string. Okay, so the way we can do this is to use to add another condition over here. So let maybe let's do let text equals to text view dot text. Okay, because you realize that text view dot text is an optional, so let's unwrap this. And then we also want to see that, hey, let height equals to double, and let's initialize double. Let's see what we have over here. And do we have anything here that we can use? Maybe this one, text. Okay, and we can pass in the text over here. All right, so so we don't need this anymore. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way, and let's print height instead. Okay guys, so let me run the simulator. All right, so I'm going to type in ABC and you realize nothing is showing. But if I do want, oh, something's happening. If I do 1.9, oh, you see something is printing out. And if I type in ABC, you realize nothing is happening on the console. All right, and the reason is because you can't cast this into a double. All right, so we are going to do the same for the weight text field as well. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, and I'm just going to paste this one. Okay, so I'm going to take this on, copy the weight text field. I'm going to paste it over here. And I believe both will be doubles, right? Because one is in meters, one is in kgs. You know, you could be 60.5 kg, so I think both are double. All right, so what do we need to do next? Okay, so I need to, each time I receive something over here, I want to store it in some kind of variable. Okay, so let's go all the way to the top and let's create two different variables. So typically when you create variables, you do something like private var height of type double, something like that, right? Okay, so let's do that. Height and weight, which is of type double. But because we want to make this a reactive, so to speak, variable, we have to add the keyword published over here. All right guys, don't ask me why. You can read the documentation by yourself, but this is how it works, and I'm just going to show you how I can do it. Okay, so I'm going to do self.height, which is this guy over here, and we're going to assign it as height. Over here as well, this is not height anymore, this should be weight. So self.weight equals to weight. Okay, so we have these things over here. So what I want to do right now is that the condition is that when I type in these two things over here, so for instance, if I type in 1.8 and I type in maybe like 60 over here, then I want this label to update by itself. And let's say if I remove the weight, and if let's say I am to add maybe a 1.87 for example, or if I change it to 1.5, I don't want this to update because I only want to show something on the label if if both text fields are filled up. All right, so this is a very reactive way of programming, because this this label is kind of listening to the content or the events within the text field. All right, so let's cut to the chase. So what we can do is that we have to listen to both variables over here. So we can do publishers.combine. So not sure if this is where they found the inspiration to combine. So I think we can use combine latest. And let's initialize this, and you realize that you can pass in two items over here. So let's pass in two items. So the first item will be the height. Okay, it will be the height, and then you'll pass in the weight. Okay, but notice that because this is not the normal kind of variable, this is a published variable, and therefore we have to put in a $sign in front. Okay, so I can do .sync. All right, so sync is how you let me see if I can do it this way instead. I don't need the completion. Let me see if I can skip the completion. Yeah, I can use the one without the completion. All right, let me just move this away because we don't need this. Let's bring it to the center. All right, guys, so you notice that we have to follow the same variable here, height and weight. So over here, I'm going to hit the enter button, and I'm going to do height, comma, weight as well. All right, so I just want to show you what this does. So let's print height, comma, weight. All right, and let's, oh yeah, before I forget, we have to add this to the subscribers as well. So let's put this in. Okay, so I'm gonna run the app right now and have a look at what this does. Okay, so it's gonna be nil because it's nil at the moment. So I'm gonna do 1.5. Okay, so it's showing, and weight, if let's say I do 30, you'll notice that this is showing as well. Okay, but there's a small little problem over here. You realize that when I remove this, and when I start to type in stuff, maybe let's type in a 9, you realize that it's still printing on the console, right? This is something that we don't really want. So what I can do is that I can say that, hey, I can add another condition here to say that text must not be empty. Okay, so I can just do it like that. Just hit this to bring it down. Let me just copy this and to bring it down as well. So let me just rerun this one more time, and I realize this should not happen anymore. So height, let's do 1.8. Weight, maybe let's do 70. And when I remove the height, and if I am to type in a 5 over here, oh, it's still happening. Okay, I know why. Sorry guys. So what's gonna happen is that I have to say that, hey, if it doesn't fulfill any of these conditions over here, let's just set it to nil. All right, so let's do self.weight equals to nil. Okay, so I think this should work now. Okay, height is 1.8, weight is 50. Let's remove the weight. Let's change the height. It's still showing nil. Okay, that's cool. Actually, this is really what I want. Okay, so what I can do it over here is I can do let height equals to height, let weight equals to weight. So this means that both conditions must not be nil. Okay, if one of the condition is nil, then let's create an outlet for the label. So maybe I'll just do IB outlet with var result label UI label. Okay, we'll connect that later. Okay, we'll do it here first. Dot text equals to nothing. Okay, otherwise we want to maybe let's I think because I'm in the closure right now, so I have to do a self over here. Okay, I believe I can do it that way. But this might have a retain cycle, so the way I'll do it is to add a weak self, and then I'm just going to do let this equals to self else return. Alright, so this protects me from a potential retain cycle. Okay, so this is good. And then maybe I will do this dot result label dot text equals to let's do height. Okay, I'm just gonna do something like that just for simplicity, and for the weight, let's do like that. All right. So later we will get into the actual formula of how we can do this. So, oops, oh, it's crashing. Well, that's because we have not connected the outlets. So I'm just gonna right click this, and we have the result label. So let's just connect this. Okay, so let's run the simulator one more time. Okay, we don't need the breakpoint there. Let's do height. Height will be 1.8. And for the weight, let's do maybe 50. So you see we have something that's being printed out. But if I am to backspace, and if I hit the backspace one more time, which means that this will be nil, then I don't expect to see the label over here because I will set this to an empty string. So let me hit the backspace now, and it's empty. Okay, so this is pretty much half the battle won. If you are here to understand how the reactive way of programming is working, this probably give you like 90% of the gist. Okay, but let's continue to build out this BMI calculator. So let's come to our browser and let's find out the BMI calculation formula. Okay, so it looks like it is, what's this? Kg. Okay, let's just paste the formula over here, right? So, shall we create a function just for this? I think we should, so that it's neater. Calculate BMI. Okay, so we need the height, which is of type double, and we want the weight as well. All right, guys, I know we don't need to see this anymore, so I'm gonna close this. Okay, which is of type double, and this will return some kind of double as well, I believe. Okay, so the formula is this. So we're gonna return kg, which is weight, divide by, so we put a bracket, so it'll be weight, oh sorry, kgs, yeah, it'll be height multiplied by height. All right, is this correct? I believe it's correct. All right, so I'm gonna do maybe let result equals to calculate BMI. So we have the weight and the height, so let's just pass that in, weight and height, and then we will maybe just print out the result over here. Okay, let's see if this is working. What's happening? Oh, we need a self. Okay, so I'm gonna do a this. All right. Oh, what's happening? Okay, cannot assign double to string. All right, so there are two ways to do this. The first way is to do it like that, but I'll show you the other way later, okay? So let's run this right now. And let's say if the weight is 60 and this person is 1.7 meters tall, and then this is his BMI. Is that correct? I might be wrong, guys. BMI calculation. Let's look at this. Okay, let's input the same values. All right, let's do what's my weight? Okay, maybe 60 for instance, and height will be 170. It's 20.8. All right, guys, so my formula is incorrect, so let's try that again. BMI calculation formula. So where did I miss out over here? Oh man, this is so complex. Okay, let's look at this. CDC. Formula is weight divided by height. Is that not correct? Weight, kg. Weight, sorry guys, weight divided by height. Height. Yeah, this is correct, isn't it? Height times height. Or is this incorrect? Let's try that one more time. Height in meters. All right, sorry guys. Weight in kg. 50. Weight divide by height times height. Okay, so height will be, I don't know, 160. All right, guys. I'm not sure why I messed this up, but I think you can kind of figure out how to do this by yourself. I'm sorry. Please don't give me a thumbs down for this. All right. So yeah, this kind of sums up how you can calculate the how you can this is an example of reactive programming. It's up to you if you want to figure out how to fix this. I think the problem is in this function over here, but this is pretty much how you do it. All right, guys, just now I was explaining that I wouldn't do it this way, and I think it's because it's super ugly. How I would have done it is to create a double, and I'll do something like a toString, and then I will return string. Come on, let's see what do we have over here. We have do we have a, I don't know, let's see, describing, maybe describing self, something like that. All right, and then this will return a string, of course. Okay, so I will do something like result.toString. Okay, and I think this will work as well. Height 180, weight 60. Alright guys, sorry I messed this up. If you know the formula, just put it in the comments and I'll take a look at this. But this is just really an example to show you how we can use the reactive way of programming. And guys, if you like this video and if this video has created some value for you, feel free to check out the rest of my other videos. And I just want to also share that I have some courses on Udemy. If you want to learn to code, I have some stuff over here which you might find useful, like onboarding Swift. Let's have a look. We have something like that over here. Yep, so this is me. This is also me. Yeah, all right, guys. Yeah, we have some, yeah, they are pretty cool courses, so do take a look. All right, looks like we're having a discount now. All right, so guys, I'll see you soon and keep coding. See ya. Bye.